we get set to take a look at the starting lineups for this one. First off, for Missouri State, they are headed by third-year head coach Kirk Nelson, a team, as we said, that won the Missouri Valley Conference in his first season as head coach back in 2022, and they backed that up by winning 12 more games. They got upset in the semifinals of the Missouri Valley Conference tournament a season ago, but they will have two sisters starting, the O'Keefe sisters, both at forward. Maggie is a freshman, and Grace, a senior, is a two-time All-Missouri Valley Conference player. Look out for Jenna Anderson in the midfield. She played all but 7 minutes for the Bears a season ago. And for Oklahoma, Caroline Duffy's been excellent in goal so far this season. Sophia Green, the Duke transfer, has scored in each of her last 2 games as a Sooner. And Leonie Weber is having an excellent senior season, tied for the team lead for the Sooners with 3 goals, giving her 15 for her Sooner career. She did have to leave Oklahoma's match with Stetson 3 days ago, but she came back in, and she's got 100% health, as Matt Mott told us before this afternoon's game. Just gorgeous here in Norman. Not much of a breeze. Bright sunshine, 80 degrees, and we are underway in the first meeting between these teams since 2013. It's a very veteran Missouri State team, and Matt Mott said that's one of the concerns as the Sooners, a team that won't be intimidated. This ball sent in by Weber, skims all the way across, fended off, and circling back out toward it is Grace O'Keefe to play it away for the Bears. Physical contact there. Riley Heeman going to work against Oklahoma's Cassie Clifton. Ella Pappas sending it across for the Sooners. Reached out front and sent away by Kaylee Benedict. That's Kaylee England getting her head on it for Oklahoma, number 8 in white. And a bit of head tennis. England trying to serve this one wide toward Ella Pappas, and it goes too wide, out of bounds, and a throw in for the Bears. Missouri State 2-2-2 on the season. In Oklahoma, a very good start, 4-1, losing on the road against Oklahoma State, but they're unbeaten 3-0 at home this season. This is the third of a 4-game homestand for the Sooners. This is Pappas out wide. She's watched by Maddie Schneiderhan, sends it across and right into the awaiting arms of the 2-time reigning Missouri Valley Conference goalkeeper of the year, Camille Day. The senior from Darden Prairie, Missouri, with 22 career shutouts coming in. Posting up, Maggie O'Keefe trying to turn the corner on Meredith King, who fends her off. Kaylee England serves this ball ahead, and Weber has an outside attack off the right side. Weber had it taken by Jenna Anderson. Washington tries to wrangle it away and does. Dangerous here, sending it across, and it's sent home. The Sooners get a quick 1-0 lead, and Alexis Washington with the assist. That is the 3rd goal in the last 3 games for Sophia Green, and she has been very good. The Omaha transfer for Oklahoma is able to come in and score. Sophia Green has scored against Oral Roberts, Stetson, and now Missouri State. And Alexis Washington putting that one on target. Her 16th career assist as an Oklahoma Sooner. She is now just 2 shy of the program record, and she's only a junior. But it was Washington with that physicality against Benedict. She came up, took it away, and got the assist on the goal by Green. So now how does Missouri State respond? This ball taken away by Oklahoma's Nevaeh Johnson. And out of bounds, an Oklahoma throw in. Oklahoma playing from ahead once again. In the 2nd minute of this game, the Sooners are on the board. And as we've said, this is a very veteran back row for Missouri State. But Oklahoma really direct and really physical. Here's a good run by the Bears. Maggie O'Keefe drops it in with her left foot, and sprawling goes Duffy. She gets run into at the end of that play. Looks like everybody's okay, as Julia Christensen was back there to run into Duffy. It's a player that Matt Mott has talked about a good deal. What a difference maker. Played in only 6 matches in 2 years at Duke, but this Sooner staff recruited her thinking that they had a good player, and then in the spring they said, you know, she can be really good, and she has been. couple of shutouts, and really she's only given up 1 goal in the run of play. Oklahoma's given up 3 goals for the entire season, and 2 of those have come on penalty kicks, where she was really somewhat defenseless. Head tennis comes down to Danny Wolf. Played forward down to the foot of Grace O'Keefe, and she works this ball out of bounds. An Oklahoma throw-in will come. Now to the midfield, and Jane Hanson, a freshman from Overland Park, Kansas, came out of there for Missouri State. But here's King reaching it first. She has been so speedy and good. Meredith King, the double transfer from both Liberty and Ole Miss. Back it comes to Jenna Anderson. Here's Benedict. Benedict gets a return pass. This is what the Bears really like to do, as Kirk Nelson said, build from the back and connect passes. But this one is out of the reach of Christensen, and an Oklahoma throw-in coming up. King will take the throw. Here is Weber. Redirects to Danny Wolf. Sooners reorganize from the opposite flank now. This is Cassie Clifton, this Oklahoma back row, so veteran with England, Clifton, King, and Wolf. You just don't get much past them. And they have played about 92% of the available minutes total for those 4 spots on the back line this year. This is Jane Hanson for Missouri State. Wolf sweeps it away, plays it forward. Beautiful ball toward Weber. Weber fended off, though, taken by Anderson. And Anderson comes free and clears it for the Bears. Wolf will reach this safely and serve it on back toward the keeper. And we've got a foul call, which is the first of the match. An Oklahoma free kick coming. There's Danny Wolf. Been so good 2 seasons as a Sooner, transferred in from Michigan State and played with her sister Danny last year, and Andy, both from West Bloomfield, Michigan. Was on a Big Ten team, was Andy. They won the Big 12 title in 2022. This ball comes free for Hadley Morrell. She'll work it forward, and here comes Sophia Green. Nobody home, and Anderson will dump it back to Camille Day, the keeper. Day clears that one out of bounds. Kirk Nelson in his 3rd season as the head coach at Missouri State. He replaced Rob Brewer, who started the program and then retired after 26 seasons. And so overall, Kirk Nelson's been in the program for 11 years. But his first year as head coach, they won the conference and went to the NCAA tournament. See who reaches this one. First to get there is Elena Bartak. Bartak was on the Missouri Valley Conference All-Freshman team. There's Kirk Nelson, and he said great confidence in the administration at Missouri State because the program was struggling a little bit when he took over the retirement of Rob Brewer. And he said, I was a part of that staff and we were struggling. They had the faith in me to elevate me to head coach, and it has paid off. They've had 2 excellent seasons so far. 26 wins in 2 seasons plus as head coach for Kirk Nelson. Free kick for Oklahoma. So dangerous when Leo Weber can get an opportunity, as Hadley Morrell took that bump right there. Hadley Morrell having a good season. She had 2 assists in Oklahoma's victory over Stetson back on Thursday. But Weber likely to give it a go here and drop it into the 18 box. Instead, she'll circle it out wide. It's dropped across, served to the top of the goal box where it's headed away. Regrouping for the Sooners, Nevaeh Johnson got it. That was Carly Rodnig who cleared it ahead. She works against King here. Now Washington toward Morrell, but a nice play from behind Jane Hanson, the freshman from St. Thomas Aquinas, Overland Park, Kansas. Washington try to serve that one across and deflected out by Hanson, and Oklahoma will take its first corner kick of the afternoon. Alexis Washington so adept at drawing those, already has an assist here this afternoon. And there's Weber over to take this corner. Weber with 2 assists and 3 goals this season. Right in front of the goal box and jumping up to grab it is Camille Day. What a career Day has had. 9 shutouts her first season in goal, and then broke her own program record with 10 more last year and 22 for her career. This one comes down to Morel. Morel keeps it on ball, trying to work it to the top of the 18 box toward Green, but taken away. Ronig got it out of there for Missouri State. Washington comes back up to take it for Oklahoma. Now Weber, left-footed, and it ricochets off Hansen. Right back to Morel, who shoots it across left. Deflected out. Headed back to King, who circles back out for the Sooners. Just an incessant Oklahoma attack right now as Washington serves this one into the box, and it deflects off Jenna Anderson. Out of bounds, another Oklahoma corner kick. An onslaught by the Sooners here in the first 10 minutes, including a goal by Sophia Green in the 2nd minute. And now Weber set to take the 2nd corner of the day so far. Up high, headed out, served back in, and a score on the backside for the Sooners. We've got an injured Missouri State Bear in there. That one came clear across, and Ella Pappas got on the backside of it. Her 2nd goal in as many games for the Sooners. And you see the injured Missouri State Bear back there. I think that might be Elena Bartak, and she may have a bloody nose. But Oklahoma with 2 goals in the first 10 minutes of this one. All the way clear, and Pappas with her left foot served home her 6th goal as an Oklahoma Sooner, her 2nd in as many games and her 2nd this year. Right place, right time. And a 2nd Sooner goal. Well done there by Pappas, as looked like Julia Christensen was there and prepared to clear. And a quick 2-0 start. Oklahoma has now outscored opponents 15-1 here at home this season. And how do the Bears rally? Down 2 goals in 10 minutes. And Oklahoma like sharks right now. I mean, you think about it, they've scored 9 goals in their last game and a half. Here's a ball toward Morel, deflected away. Washington will corral it. Defended well by Ronig. Washington couldn't quite keep it. Hansen came over to defend, and a goal kick coming for the Bears, who really just need to catch their breath right now. Hansen really the youngster on the back row, but she has been much more involved. Got her first career start against Central Arkansas a couple of games ago, and she starts on that back row for the Bears today. Nevaeh Johnson out to King, and now to Alexis Washington. Here comes King sprinting toward this one. She has an edge, serving it across, but taken away by Anderson. Now Weber sweeps back in to reset for the Sooners. Clifton out wide toward Ella Pappas. Strikes it with her left foot, and it sails over the top of the goal and out of bounds. Matt Mott, the 2nd-year Oklahoma Sooner head coach, really excited about his team's performance. You know, they lost their match to Oklahoma State, and they were down after that because it was a rivalry game naturally, but they just felt really good about where they were against a top 25 team to lose on the road 1-0. And they have certainly responded since then. Sooners have gotten back home. They've been able to get into the win column against Oral Roberts and Stetson, and they have now outscored opponents 13-1 here in their recent run of play, and reason for great optimism. They're looking forward to the SEC. Matt Mott, longtime head coach at Ole Miss, and he was built to coach against SEC foes, knows all about the league. This one served across. It goes off the foot of Heeman. Oklahoma clears it. Down to the foot of Jenna Anderson. England heads this away for Oklahoma. Morrell bicycles it back where it's taken by Hansen. Hansen up the right flank, trying to work this toward Bartak. And out of bounds. Cassie Clifton will throw it in. She had an assist in the Stetson victory the other day. They call her Consistency Cassie. Really rely upon her and Andy Wolf, Kaylee England, and Meredith King back on the back row of the Sooners. Out of the pack comes Green. Trying to work it toward Pappas, but fended off and dropped out of bounds by Schneiderhan at midfield. Addie Schneiderhan wearing number 12 for the Bears. She's a transfer from Miami of Ohio. Second season at Missouri State. Pappas sending it toward Washington. Knocked down, defended by Ronig. And that just did get out of bounds on the back line. And an Oklahoma corner kick coming from the far post this time. It'll be the third Sooner corner, and they have scored off of one. The goal by Ella Pappas. Weber from the far post, right in front of the goal, and taken by Camille Day. Day from Fort Zumwalt West High School in Dardenne Prairie, Missouri. Not the only keeper that Missouri State has used this year. In particular, they have also used Catherine Montgomery, who's played a bit as well, trying to alleviate some of the minutes for Camille Day. And the Bears will get a throw in. Really have not had a good look at the Oklahoma goal so far. And a substitution coming on for the Bears. Cassie Norgren, grad student. She's a transfer from Campbell. And Lily Rasmussen will go off. They sort through that. You know, heat has been a real factor, obviously, here in the South and the Midwest. But I don't think it's going to be much of one today. Temperature going to be in the low 80s. You see the shot that Bartak took to the nose right in front of the Oklahoma goal a short time ago that sent her off, and she's got some cotton or some sort of paper inside that right nostril. It is a tough sport, but she's back in there to give it a run. Clifton clears over the top for Oklahoma. Reaching it quickly for the Sooners. Weber 1-on-2. And taken, very aptly defended by Jenna Anderson there. A collision frees it for Ella Pappas, working it toward Green, but served back by Hansen of the Bears. Wide toward Alexis Washington this time. But getting there first was Ronig, and she'll drop it out of bounds. An Oklahoma throw-in will be taken by King. King right at the top of the 18 box. Headed back by Schneiderhan. Bicycle kick from Benedict plays it forward. But there's Kaylee England to reset it to Alexis Washington. Washington against Ronig, two of the better players on the pitch. Washington wins this 1v1. Couldn't drop it in with that left foot. She tried to sneak it past the very alert Camille Day, who made a nice play sliding down to knock it away with her left knee. But Alexis Washington has been dangerous here in the first 15 minutes of this one. Already with her 16th career assist. Another corner from Weber, and it lands on top of the goal. I would say it was the wind impacting that, but there's not much of a wind. What there is coming out of the southeast today. And some more subs here for the Bears. A very deep team. And a very veteran team. Schlapper is in for the first time. Rasmussen right there returns. Rasmussen is a sophomore, local product from Seymour High School, Seymour, Missouri. She played at a high school that did not offer girls soccer, so she played club soccer, and the Bears were able to find her and bring her to Missouri State. Quick Oklahoma throw in, taken by Clifton. Back to midfield it comes. Speed on the edge for the Bears, but Kaylee England is there to cut off the attack from Schlapper. And out of bounds it goes. With Kaylee England just so good. She actually came off and got some rest against Stetson on Thursday night. She had played every minute so far this season for the Sooners. She came off for about 15 minutes in that game. And Matt Mott said, I did not want to be the one that she came to when asked why she had to come out. Now her team was up 5-0 when she came out of the game. But she is a workhorse on that back row and has been all 5 seasons as an Oklahoma Sooner. The 5th-year senior, one of those 10 recognized on senior weekend for Oklahoma. We may have a yellow card coming out here. A little aggressive, and it looks like our referee Samantha Martinez is assessing this one to Nevaeh Johnson of Oklahoma. So Nevaeh Johnson picks up her first yellow card of the year. We'll get another look. Really aggressive here between her and Benedict, and a little tug of the jersey. That'll get you sometimes. She reached out and grabbed Kaylee Benedict. The free kick redirected by the Sooners. Ella Pappas shoots it across midfield, gathered by Anderson. Bartak trying to play it ahead. Hansen took it and now played forward by Benedict, but there's King stepping in front of that pass. Right back to Benedict, shooting it through the seam with her left foot, but chased down by Oklahoma's Cassie Clifton. And out of bounds. It'll be an Oklahoma goal kick. And that's been the consistent theme for Clifton and her 3 mates on the back row for Oklahoma this year. They have been so good. As we said, just 1 goal allowed in the run of play. Oklahoma's given 3 goals total for the year, and 2 of them have come on penalty kicks. Matt Mott with a first half substitution in the midfield now as he'll bring Michelle Pack in. Michelle Pack scored one of the 7 Oklahoma goals against Stetson back on Thursday. She's in the lineup in the midfield. Here's Pappas controlling for Oklahoma. Trying to work wide. Sends it back to the center where Benedict tried to flare it the other way. But there's Pack out wide for Pappas. Across it comes just inside the 18 box. Nordgren redirects for Missouri State. But here's Pappas again. Sent in by Clifton toward Weber, but stepping in front is Camille Day. Goals by Sophia Green and Ella Pappas for Oklahoma so far today. Weber has an assist as Pappas scored off Weber's corner kick here in this first half. This is Meredith King for Oklahoma. Chased down by Rasmussen. King maintains it. Flares it out wide for Pappas. Pappas drops it into the center of the 18 box. Green couldn't get there. Headed out by Schneiderhan. And in to take it comes Rasmussen for Missouri State. Rasmussen maintains, finds Bartek. And there's Wolf to take it for Oklahoma. And now Pappas just serves it back toward the keeper, Camille Day. Oklahoma, such good midfield depth. Already seeing that. And Matt Mott, he just said, hey, it's simple. Our rotation in the midfield is hard to crack. You've got Pack who's in. Juliet Rayo performed very well for Oklahoma against Stetson back on Thursday. She's just a freshman. And they're also getting Kobe Commandant healthy and more minutes out there. That midfield for Oklahoma very deep. Luxury for Matt Mott and his staff. Morrell goes down. Heavy contact there with Christensen. And it's like a little bit of a late whistle, but Christensen will be called for the Missouri State foul. May let you get away with it for a moment, but when it completely altered the course of things there, they will get you, and you see a fairly easy call. Duffy takes the free kick for Oklahoma, targeting Washington. Washington will work it back for King. King serving it in. Faber goes up to try to head it. Headed away by Hansen of Missouri State. Faber got a head on it, and what a sprawling save by Camille Day to save another goal. You see why Day has been the two-time Missouri Valley Conference goalkeeper of the year. She has allowed 2, but she has been under heavy fire so far today. And Faber getting it to the foot of Green there, who nearly scored her second. Oklahoma substituting as Green comes off. And for the first time, we will see Abigail McNulty. Abigail McNulty hasn't played a lot of minutes, the grad transfer from Boston University. But she leads Oklahoma in shots this year with 16, which actually has her most shots in the top 10. She's 8th in the SEC coming into this game. So not many minutes, but she will press the attack and fire balls at keepers. Duffy had that one deflected by Christensen, who could not quite track it down. And an Oklahoma throw-in coming with 22 minutes left, about midway through this opening half. Bartak drops this one in, but England is there for Oklahoma. Faber gathers it for the Sooners. And a throw in at midfield for Missouri State. Bears have found their footing a little bit as Oklahoma has been held out of the goal now for 13 minutes. Carly Ronig and her defensive mates have been able to kind of steady things back there on the back row. But it was a heavy attack for Oklahoma. And remember, Oklahoma had 10 days off prior to their win over Stetson on Thursday. And during those 10 days, Matt Mott said the goal was to just get as many shots on goal as possible. It has shown up in the last 2 matches for Oklahoma. Played out wide by Rasmussen, working it toward Bartak. Back toward Rasmussen, but cleared. This deflects out toward Hansen. Across to Ronig. And her attempted pass is cleared by Clifton to Faber. But back from Faber, nicely defended by Schneiderhan, who drops it over the top. It comes. Rasmussen called for offsides. So an Oklahoma free kick upcoming here. Missouri State, the Bears. Head coach Kirk Nelson, who is battling prostate cancer. He was diagnosed back in February, undergoing radiation, and he will get results on how that's going this week. We wish him all of the best, and you'll see some of the hashtags. Nelson's never quit. That is honoring his fight against prostate cancer. They came up with light blue t-shirts that you will see as well, and we wish him all the best in that fight against prostate cancer. Duffy very comfortable with the ball at her foot as the keeper, and she'll play it out of bounds. There's Kirk Nelson, so grateful to his family, he said, and his players. They are a family and together in that fight against prostate cancer for him. His team down 2-0. Anderson running through the midfield. Ronig trying to play it forward, but there's that Sooner defense. Andy Wolf there. this would come all the way back to Duffy. Once again, the Sooner keeper. She's going to let things settle a little bit. 19 minutes to play in the opening half. Sooners have goals by Sophia Green and Ella Pappas. Oklahoma 9 goals in the last 3 halves of soccer they've played here at John Crane Field. The big boot hit there by Duffy, soaring nearly 3/4 of the length of the field. Ella Pappas runs toward this one. Hansen there to mark her for Missouri State. Out of bounds it goes. And more substitutions coming on for Oklahoma. It looks like Hadley Morrell will get a breather here. And we talked about Kirk Nelson and hashtag Team Nelson. February was the diagnosis, and there you see the light blue shirts that his players have come up with. His family frequently wearing those as well. And big week for him, and he'll get some results on his fight this week. Corey Hirschenroder have been together 26 wins since taking over as head coach after being the assistant to Rob Brewer for those many years. Pack for the Sooners comes out of the pack. What a shot that was. Kind of surprised everybody, but it didn't surprise Camille Day. Well, Michelle Pack having a very good year. She played a good deal of minutes last year, over 1,000 minutes. And what a luxury to have her coming off the bench so far this year. Running toward this one, McNulty. Day comes out, knocks her down. No foul call. And we play on. Day had to make a split-second decision, and she went right after the ball on the foot of McNulty. Counterattack for Missouri State. Wolf goes down. Schlapper trying to work it across, and off of Kaylee England it goes. So a little physical play here in the last couple of runs. Look again here, well played by Pappas. And McNulty able to dodge past Anderson, and man, there was a play on the ball somewhere in there. McNulty and her Sooner mates questioning the lack of a foul call there. The far post served across by Norgren, and there's Duffy reaching up over the top to pluck it out of the sky and out of danger. Really the first test for Duffy today. She just jumped right up into the middle of it. She moved in as an immediate leader and communicator upon transferring in the spring from Duke. Sooners had their regular keeper last year, Sierra Giorgio. She played a few minutes in the victory over Stetson back on Thursday. Here's McNulty right in front of the 18 box, lurking out wide for Pappas. Pappas's ball deflected by Ronig. A reset for Clifton. Clifton drives it in with her left foot. Here's Washington. Tried to sneak that one in. Intercepted by Norgren, though. And King is able to fend off Rasmussen to get a Sooner throw in. Kind of a prone position there, an Oklahoma foul call as a high leg with Elena Bartak kind of in a dangerous spot, and they call an Oklahoma foul. Bartak's already taken one shot today. See kind of a dangerous leg up there from Faber, who's whistled for the foul. Oklahoma has entered Juliet Rayo, the very talented freshman, into the lineup as McNulty turns and goes. Working her way on Schneiderhan. There's Rayo getting a little touch with it, but picked up once again by Day. Juliet Rayo right there, and Matt Mott really excited about her. He said she's just continuing to understand the system. She's just a freshman from Wiley, Texas, Rockwall High School, but has really shown up. Great technically, very clean, and she's played the most minutes of any Oklahoma freshman so far this year. Here's Pack. Ahead for Pappas, who has one goal already today. Trying to work it across, first with her left foot, now with her right. Played out by Bartak. A reset by Pack, who turns. Trying to funnel it through toward McNulty. Weber, back heel pass. Pack now wide for Pappas. And Day says enough of this and takes it on her own. She will let things clear. Ella Pappas, a lot of chances on that left wing today. The attempted clearance was intercepted by Rayo. Here's Washington attacking. Across it comes, headed toward the goal and just deflected as McNulty got a dangerous touch. Oh, what a play, what a header by McNulty. But Day poked it wide. Oklahoma will get another corner. But Abigail McNulty, the Boston transfer, feisty and fast. She is the fastest player on this Oklahoma roster, and that's saying something. From out of nowhere, she stepped in front of Maddie Schneiderhan to get that header off. And what another good play by Day. Remaining in a busy first half for Abby McNulty and the Sooner offense. McNulty from the far post authors the 5th Oklahoma corner kick of this opening half. Driving it low, Wolf trying to reach it. England resets it for McNulty. She'll send it back in. And bearing down on goal was Morgan O'Connor, but Day was able to take it from her. So more subs. McNulty remains in there. Morgan O'Connor, the Ole Miss and UCF transfer, is on for Oklahoma now. Andy Wolf reaches this first. Duffy drives it out toward midfield. Down it will come to Brooke Couture, who's in for the first time for Missouri State. King intercepts and restarts to Alexis Washington for Oklahoma. Washington, beautifully played ball. O'Connor on the right flank. Works it across. Tried to find Morgan Eichelbarner, but couldn't reach her. England heads it back. Here is Pack. And possessed by Rasmussen first. Forward come the Bears on the foot of Haley Palmer, transfer from Texas Tech. This is Rasmussen. Nicely handled by Schlapper, but she's called for offsides. And that's that alert Oklahoma back row realizing that they could draw Schlapper offside. Schlapper's had a good career. She was all conference and on the Missouri Valley Conference all freshman team in 2022. Was a center midfielder. They've moved her to an outside back, and that's where she has stayed. Non-stop engine for this Missouri State team, but she was a little too non-stop on the offsides call. Contested header that was taken by Jane Hanson over the top of Morgan Eichelbarner, who's a little shaken up for Oklahoma right now on the back side of this. You really can't see it, but Eichelbarner's holding the top of her head after that header by Hanson. This is Addison Weiskopf, sophomore from St. Louis Oakville High School, on now for the Bears. Oklahoma got a goal in the 2nd minute today from Sophia Green. Another in the 10th minute from Ella Pappas. And Missouri State trying to play comeback in a hostile environment here in Norman, where the Sooners are unbeaten this year. Cleared by Clifton. And last touched, it appeared, by Lily Patterson of 8. Keller Matisse will see her first minutes of this opening half for Oklahoma, and entering will be Abby Hanson from Missouri State. There's Matisse, the Arkansas transfer. She'll give Alexis Washington a breather. Arkansas off to a very good start. They got a win over BYU back on Thursday. Razorbacks up to number 6 in the country. Dangerous ball here, played toward Couture. Cleared by the Sooners out near midfield to the foot of Elena Bartak. And Anderson trying to work it forward. Bears want to try to organize in the back. Here's Rayo for Oklahoma. Now McNulty. Intercepted though. Back the other way is Schneiderhan. A threat here for the Bears. Hansen playing it forward, but a little too far out of reach of any on-rushing attacker. And into the lap of Duffy once again. Duffy has made one official save today. 5 by the Bears keeper Camille Day. And Oklahoma out shooting Missouri State 8-1 so far. McNulty to this one first for the Sooners. Watched by Weiskopf. Working the edge. Weiskopf able to take it from her. Back in comes Clifton for Oklahoma. And an aggressive touch there. A foul against the Bears. We'll see who they got as Clifton battling for that. May have been held. Little aggressive touch there by, I believe they get Schlapper or Schneiderhan. Nevertheless, Rayo with the free kick, dropping it low for McNulty. McNulty trying to post up against the Bears' Addison Weiskopf. Turns the edge, still in bounds, working it toward Eichelberner, but that was cleared. Nice job by Brooke Couture of Missouri State to bump that out of the 18 box. But Clifton sends it right back in. Here's Pack gathering. Sent forward by Abby Hansen of Missouri State. Palmer takes it, and the Bears get some organization now. Nobody home on the running end of this one, and Kaylee England will reach it first for Oklahoma. The sides will reset and ready to throw it in. Cassie Clifton. Now Pack tripped up, goes down. That'll be a foul on Abby Hansen, and a free kick for Oklahoma. And we'll see if there's a yellow card assessed. Doesn't look like it. Just a little word between the referee Samantha Martinez and Abby Hansen, junior from Overland Park, Kansas, St. Thomas Aquinas High School. Sister Jane is also on the team. One of the 2 sister sets, along with the O'Keefe sisters, who both started today. Rayo will take the free kick. Beautifully placed right in front of the goal box. Headed a couple of times. Eichelberner could not quite get there, and it's out of bounds off the Sooners. I believe they're going to say Kaylee England touched it last. And I think somebody maybe got an injured Sooner. It looks like Kaylee England. And the Oklahoma trainer Melanie Bean is out. You see England definitely shaken. Not a player who likes to come off, but I think we've got head-to-head contact right here. And unfortunately, it was teammate on teammate as both O'Connor and England went up. And man, looked like the chin of O'Connor got the forehead of Kaylee England. Can't tell if there's blood over there, but the 5th-year Sooner competitor, the engine back there, will have to come off for a rare occurrence. Looks like we'll see Avery Stevens in there for the Sooners, and Oklahoma will shift things just a bit as they watch one of their captains come off. There's Avery Stevens, sophomore from Garden Grove, California. Oklahoma also has Zoe Parkhurst in. And McNulty is on the attack again, wanting to work this one to Eichelbarner. Free run here and gathered by the Bears' Haley Palmer. Aggressive tackle from behind by Eichelbarner as she knocked over Lily Patterson. And on the back end of this, the Bears take it. Couture plays it, but Clifton there for Oklahoma with 6 minutes left in the opening half. Nice job to shut that down by the Sooners' Avery Stevens. Matisse plays it forward. And that'll be out of bounds off Elena Bartak of Missouri State. This is Morgan O'Connor for Oklahoma. And out of bounds. It'll be a throw in and not a corner kick, as that went off Bartak. So Matisse will take the Sooner throw in as we approach 5 minutes left, and you see Kaylee England headed toward the Oklahoma locker room and holding her forehead. And my guess is probably some blood there, just from the reaction of everyone around her after that head-to-head contact. And you hope that Kaylee England is okay. You know that she will be back out there if and when she is able. Kept in bounds here by Addison Weiskopf to try to keep the Missouri State attack going, but Oklahoma's defense just not allowing it. And here comes Rayo. Little over aggressive, working that one in front of Morgan Eichelbarner. There's Juliet Rayo. Had an assist in Oklahoma's win over Stetson. She assisted the goal by Michelle Pack in the second half. Quality chances have been hard to come by for Missouri State so far today. But that's been the norm for Oklahoma's opponents this year, as the Sooners have allowed only 3 goals total. McNulty goes back and forth with Zoe Parkhurst, and Clifton plays it forward, but the Bears there. Matisse intercepts that connection. Eichelbarner to it for Oklahoma first. Played forward to McNulty. So much speed to the edge and across. Deflected out by Schneiderhan. The speed of McNulty is very difficult to handle. And as Oklahoma coach Matt Mott said, it's one thing to see it on tape, then you face it, and it's a little different story. It's just hard to get in front of her. Eichelbarner takes the throw in, headed by Weiskopf from Missouri State. Clifton takes it for the Sooners, and here's Rayo. Now Eichelbarner, beautiful crossover, space inside the 18 box. Eichelbarner wanted to dump that in, and instead it's cleared out by Lily Patterson of Missouri State. Now some organization for the Bears. Couture on it. Wolf knocks it down though, and Oklahoma regroups quickly. Andy Wolf there to stop the threat. Here's Parkhurst for the Sooners. Now Clifton with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Rayo out for Keller Matisse. And now here's King. King drops it across, all the way across the goal and out of bounds. A goal kick coming here for the Bears, as Meredith King pressing forward from all the way on the back row. A minute 30 and counting here in the first half. And Oklahoma with a pair of goals in the first 10 minutes. One by Sophia Green, one by Ella Pappas. And the Oklahoma defense has not allowed much. Only one shot officially by Missouri State here in this first half. Some good matchups amongst SEC teams today. Auburn hosting Ohio State today. And you look at Matt Mott there going through his book. We'll visit with him at halftime. Get his thoughts on the first half, which has been good, especially the first 10 minutes for his team. But that one sent too far out in front of advance of Eichelbarner. And a goal kick coming once again for Camille Day. Matisse intercepts that attempted connection. Oklahoma may get one more look at it with Eichelbarner to close the half. Eichelbarner in space, deflected from behind that time by Lily Patterson, who most certainly saved a goal as Morgan Eichelbarner stayed on her feet and nearly got another one away. Oklahoma will get a corner kick, it looks like, with about 5 seconds left in the half. They get it away up high and skims across a couple of heads. That'll do it for the opening half. But the first half ended the way it began, with Oklahoma looking very dangerous. 8 shots to 1 for the Sooners, and 2 goals dropped in. 9 goals in the last 3 halves for the Oklahoma Sooners here at John Crane Field, where they have outscored opponents 15-1 so far in 2024. Both teams headed toward the halftime locker room. Really dangerous early. Coach Mott, you had those 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. Overall, what'd you think of that first half?
Yeah, I think we played pretty well at times. Certainly a little sloppy maybe in the back. We're getting them some chances, but overall I'm certainly happy going to the halftime of the lead. You certainly want to take that, on a hot Sunday, but we got to be better in the second half for sure.
Tough to see your captain Kaylee England go down the way that Matt Mott said that they worked on a lot during the 10 days they had away from competition. Situational things. How do you play with a 1-goal lead, down a goal, protecting a 2-goal lead, all those sorts of situations. And here they will begin with a nice, comfortable 2-goal lead. But when it gets to 2-1, if Missouri State could just find the back of the net, that really changes the complexion of things. Oklahoma, early touch in the Missouri State end. Ella Pappas swipes this one into the goal, right up over the top of the keeper Camille Day, who had come out maybe just a little too far off of her line. And Ella Pappas made her pay with her 2nd goal of the day and her 3rd in the last 2 games. It looked like maybe she just got a look at where Day was positioned out of the corner of her eye, and she said, why not? We'll try to drop this one over the top. Faber got just a little bit of a touch and high over the top. 3-0 Oklahoma. So Pappas scored in the 10th minute. She scores again here in the 46th minute. .3-0 Sooners just underway here in half number 2. So a brace for Ella Pappas, just as Alexis Washington had a brace. 2 goals for Oklahoma against Stetson back on Thursday. Clifton looking for Pappas, who comes up to take it. Right back to Clifton. She'll serve it forward, and a contested header as Schneiderhan got there for the Bears. And Clifton sends this into the crowd. Good crowd on hand at John Crane Field. Home football game at Oklahoma late last night. And there are always hundreds of RVs parked in the parking lot of the Lloyd Noble Center for home football games. And many of them will stay around and take in soccer the next afternoon. Certainly looks like that's been the case. Good tailgating activities as we were walking in this morning as well. There you see a few of them. I promise it's more than that. That's just the only one that we can see from our camera spot. Trying to gain the edge is Schlapper. Deflected by Wolf. And a corner kick coming for the Bears, which will be only their second of the afternoon. They did give Leo Weber an assist on the goal by Ella Pappas. And so that's 2 assists on the day for Weber and 4 on the year for the Sooner senior. Brooke Couture, the sophomore from St. Peters, Missouri, will take this corner kick from the near post for Missouri State. Headed high into the air by King of Oklahoma. And finally down it comes to Duffy. Duffy sprints out of the goal and rifles it ahead to Washington, running toward midfield. Around the defender and on the attack. She's approached by Lily Patterson. Guides it through her. Washington into the 18 box. All the way to the goal box. And there to scoop it up comes Camille Day. I mean, that was end to end off the outlet throw. And Alexis Washington has been her dangerous self today. Assisted on the opening goal by Sophia Green. Washington with 3 goals in her last 2 games coming into today. Her first 3 as an Oklahoma Sooner. And they were getting on her a little bit for her celebration afterward. They wanted more. She keeps scoring goals. She's going to get a lot of practice at that goal celebration thing. Clifton cuts this one off. Trying to fight to it came Schlapper, but she couldn't reach it. And now Wolf rockets it out of bounds at midfield. Sooner defense will be able to just clear it, keep it safe. Protecting a 3-goal lead, honestly, is different from protecting a 2-goal lead. 2-goal lead, you give one up and things get a little tight. Now with this 3-goal advantage, not that you play looser, but maybe a little more comfortably. King dropping this one into the 18 box and gathered on a hop by Camille Day. She's going to let things simmer down a little bit. This comes to the foot of Nevaeh Johnson. Sooners connect a couple of passes. Clifton lost her footing. And the other way for the Bears comes Schlapper. Now Jane Hanson lost it though, and Washington counterattacks for Oklahoma. Just speeding through defenders through the midfield. And a nice job to cut that ball off and redirect as Schneider-Hahn. Lily Patterson able to settle things down a bit for the Bears. They just need to build and possess a little bit. But Weber takes that one away. Quick Oklahoma attack. And Weber, hammered from behind, goes down in a pile as she collides with Anderson. But the initial contact, I believe, was made from behind by Christensen. And a yellow card is going to be assessed. Oklahoma's going to have a free kick from just outside the Missouri State 18 box.
A yellow card has been shown to Missouri State number 18, Julia.
And they will assess the yellow to Christensen. Weber already with 2 assists, and she will take this Oklahoma free kick. 5.5 minutes into the second half, and Oklahoma leading 3-0. Referee Samantha Martinez says, let's go. Low driving kick. It is deflected initially, but then Pappas is there to put it home. It's a hat trick for Ella Pappas today. Off the deflected ball in the goal box, she alertly hops on it and scores for the third time. A hard, low driving shot. Day deflects it, and out of the pack came Pappas. It's that quick twitch to break out of the pack and find it with her left foot. And the Sooners now lead 4-0. So the hat trick for Ella Pappas today. And she's got 4 goals in the last 2 games. Hadn't scored a goal this year. You expected that she would. And she now has 8 career goals as an Oklahoma Sooner. This one out of bounds off the body of Gabby Schlapper. And that ties an Oklahoma record with 3 goals in a game. And give Weber another assist. That's her 3rd of the day, as she took the free kick. That is the 7th hat trick by an Oklahoma Sooner by 6 different players. And Emma Hawkins did it 2 times in 2023 last year. And another near goal is Weber with a dangerous touch just outside of the goal box. But Day is there once again. So Emma Hawkins, the last Sooner to have 3 goals in a game. Pappas still has a long way yet to go in this one. But 7 hat tricks in Oklahoma Sooner history by 6 different players. And I believe Emma Hawkins did it twice. She would be the one player to do it twice. And now Missouri State just needing some confidence as Bartak whips the throw in. Once again, these goals coming. 2 in the first 10 minutes of the first half and 2 more in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Palmer reaches this first for Missouri State. Circles back out. Nice feed to the top. Hansen puts one right at the feet of the keeper, and Duffy is able to sprawl out on top of it. Pretty good look there for the Bears. The initial control by Haley Palmer in her 2nd year at Missouri State after transferring from Texas Tech. Duffy sends this one away, headed back to the keeper by Sophia Green, who scored the first Oklahoma goal. Teams kind of playing tennis back and forth here, but this ball played out wide nicely. Opportunity here. Green serves it in, and this one is put home from the middle by Hadley Morrell. Hadley Morrell drops that one from just inside the Missouri State 18 box on a beautiful ball served across by Sophia Green. And Oklahoma grabs a 5-0 advantage. Just beautifully placed on the right foot of Hadley Morrell. That is her first goal of the year and her 4th career goal as an Oklahoma Sooner. And Oklahoma 3 goals to open up this half in the first 10 minutes. How about 12 goals in just over 3 halves of soccer they've played here this weekend. And another attack here. Green on ball. Green able to keep possession. Morrell in the center of the field has it tackled hard away from her by Lily Patterson. Bears will get a quick throw in from Addison Weiskopf. I think the referee is going to stop things right now, Samantha Martinez, and look at Jane Hanson for a moment as Hanson took that ball off the side of her head from Sophia Green. And it went right back to Green. Oklahoma's attack continued. And she's just kind of asking Jane Hanson if she's okay. That one, I think, deflected off of Oklahoma's Nevaeh Johnson. Or did it? It did not. An Oklahoma throw-in will come at midfield. Now some substitutes coming on. Keller Matisse, Juliet Rayo, Morgan Eichelbarner for Oklahoma, and Kaylee Benedict for Missouri State. There's Matisse. 3 goals for Ella Pappas today, 3 assists for Leonie Weber as part of the 5-goal attack by Oklahoma. Here's Weber taking the throw in from Clifton. Weber, not much room to operate there as it was wrestled away from her by Schneiderhan. And here comes Benedict on the attack for the Bears. And King over to intercept it as she tried to work it forward for Lily Rasmussen. Back it comes to Bartak. Keller Matisse serving this one back to the Missouri State end, and Maddie Schneiderhan. And Avery Stevens will just guide this one back to the Sooner keeper Caroline Duffy. Oklahoma out shooting Missouri State 15-2, and it's 13-2 in shots on goal. And heavy fire taken by Camille Day, the Missouri State keeper. 7 saves, and Oklahoma has scored 5 times. She'll come out and take this one, a floater in the middle of the 18 box. This is Schneiderhan up the seam, but nobody home for the Bears on the other end. And Clifton will drop it back to the keeper, Duffy. Oklahoma saw Captain Kaylee England come off in the first half, head-to-head contact with a teammate on an attempted header. And Matt Mott saying at halftime likely won't see her at least for the rest of this one. And now with a 5-goal lead, you would imagine she'll rest no matter what. This ball sent out of bounds, and Oklahoma will get a corner kick.
Another corner kick.
So here's Weber, already 3 assists on the day, 5 on the season, and she'll take this corner kick from the far post. Corner number 7 for Oklahoma today. They've scored off of 2 of them. Right in front of the goal box and headed just over the top by Avery Stevens. Got a pretty clean look. Stevens able to hold off a defender and free herself to go up and get that ball. But very well placed by Weber, as is typical for her. You see Jenna Anderson, the 5'9" senior from Blue Valley High School, Overland Park, Kansas. She will take this free kick. She played all but 7 minutes last year for Missouri State. And she's an anchor back on that back row for Kirk Nelson. But it has been hard to hold off Oklahoma today. 5 Sooner goals. Nevaeh Johnson plays this out wide and intercepted by the Bears' Lily Patterson. And out of this entanglement, I think Nevaeh Johnson and Lily Patterson tangled up. Looks like the Sooners are going to get a free kick. That is the 4th foul whistled against the Bears today. And so here is Weber lining up a free chance. Punched out by Camille Day. Rayo runs it down and resets for Oklahoma. Over to take it away for the Bears is Rasmussen. Here's Palmer. Now Schlapper working it forward, but easy routine pickup for the Sooner keeper Duffy. Missouri State set to send on a couple of subs. 15 minutes into this second half. Rayo and Johnson connect in the Sooner midfield. Here's Clifton. Now Pappas, who has a hat trick today. Played by Rayo, back out wide for Pappas. Angles around a defender. Pappas into Rayo. Oh, beautiful play. Left-footed strike just over the top. And it was deflected there over the top by Day. So Oklahoma gets a corner kick. Ella Pappas dangerous on the wing. And you see the craftiness of the Sooner freshman Juliet Rayo right here. That was oh so close.
Number 3, Maggie O'Keefe, and number 4, Riley Heeman. Subbing off the pitch for Missouri State, number 9, Haley Palmer.
Substitutes both ways. Lee Heeman are on for Missouri State, and we see the first appearance for the Oklahoma freshman. That is Kylie Briscoe from Carrollton, Georgia. There's the corner lodged in the middle of the goal box and somehow cleared. Briscoe reaches it first for the Sooners. Clifton drops it back in. Here's Rayo striking and scoring from outside the 18 box. Juliet Rayo, the Sooner freshman. She serves in her first goal as an Oklahoma Sooner. 4th goal of the second half, 6-0 Oklahoma. They've scored 13 goals in 2 games. And Rayo top left side. The celebration for the first of likely many Sooner goals for Juliet Rayo. And Oklahoma substituting again. And you watch them, and it's something Matt Mott has talked about all season. They are just so deep, in particular in that midfield. You got McNulty in there as an attacker now. Rayo and Pack coming off the bench. Looks like Kobe Commandant, who's just coming back from injury, in the midfield, and she's in there now as well for Oklahoma. 19 Sooners have played in this game. This is Keller Matisse to take the long throw in. Cleared by Cassie Norgren. And another throw in coming here for Keller Matisse. On the horizon for these teams, Oklahoma will welcome ULM here to John Crane Field next Thursday to close out a 4-game homestand. This is Morgan Eichelbarner, dangerous right in front of the goal box, and that goes wide. An Oklahoma corner kick coming. Missouri State, after today, will be at Oral Roberts on Thursday. Summit League team in ORU. 8th Oklahoma corner kick of the day coming. This one will be sent across by Abby McNulty. McNulty up high, getting ahead to it was O'Connor. And a goal kick upcoming here for the Bears. 20 minutes into half number 2. And on for the Bears will come Abby Hansen, junior from Overland Park, Kansas. There's Kobe Commandant, who missed all of last season with a knee injury. She's a Syracuse transfer. Spent 2 seasons at Syracuse, then injured at Oklahoma last year. And sustained a bit of an ankle injury in the preseason this year, so she's nursing her way back to health and getting some valuable minutes today off Matt Mott's bench. Cleared out at midfield by Maddie Schneiderhan of Missouri State. Eichelbarner dropping it for McNulty. Serving it across. And all the way across out of bounds. With 24 minutes left. Matt Mott and his Sooners celebrating senior weekend in Norman. And so they're going to try senior weekend. They celebrated 5 seniors on Thursday, 5 more here before today's game. And he said, we just wanted to be able to have families in for a full weekend and celebrate with these players. As McNulty wiggles her way free once again. Here's Keller Matisse. And now Briscoe drops it inside. McNulty just wide right. Trying to edge one into that front right corner. And nearly got it home. McNulty has done everything but score today. Commandant in a wrestling match with Norgren. Sooners win it. Here's Eichelbarner. Just tried to turn and fire. And wide it went. But back to senior day for Oklahoma. It's the only weekend where they have back-to-back home matches on Thursday and Sunday. So that allows families to come in. And it's more than just a one-day thing. And so able to spend some time together with families as you have the 2 days off in between Thursday and Sunday. But you get the 2 senior recognition days this weekend. Opportunity perhaps here for the Bears as it comes to Weiskopf. And out of bounds for a Missouri State throw-in. Midway through this half. There's Addison Weiskopf out of St. Louis Oakville High School. Rayo clears that, but right to the foot of Norgren. Weiskopf tried to drop it back in, but multiple Sooners there. Here comes Rayo. Another on-rushing Sooner attack. Rayo forward toward McNulty. Day gets there. It's still free. And over to clear it comes Schneiderhan. Matisse sends it back toward the goal. And we're going to get a substitution back in the goal box here for Missouri State. Day is going to come off. Boy, just tough for her against Oklahoma as Ella Becker, the redshirt sophomore. And she will come on here for likely the final 22 minutes of this one. Becker's played a good deal this year. In fact, she started their match against Central Arkansas. Rasmussen trying to run to this for the Bears. Who is that out of bounds off of? They say a Missouri State throw in. And so Weiskopf looks like she'll take it. And more substitutions coming on both ways. Everybody who brought a uniform is going to get to play here today. And Missouri State, Kirk Nelson is good about, he travels all 30 players. They have 30 on the roster. They travel for each one of the games. Even injured players will get a chance to be on road trips. And Oklahoma well into the bench today. I think it is now 21 different Sooners have played for Matt Mott today. That one nearly skimmed through. Gathered by Norgren, who resets it out front. Hansen plays it in. Ranging to it goes Rasmussen, but she's whistled for offsides. Here's that Oklahoma defense once again alertly forcing an offside call. And now Caroline Duffy's going to let as much time run off the clock as possible. She will send this one away with under 20 minutes left. Oklahoma scored 2 goals in the first half, and the floodgates have opened with 4 goals in half number 2. Ella Pappas has a hat trick for the Sooners. She is the 6th Sooner in Oklahoma soccer history to post a hat trick. Michelle Pack trying to weave through the midfield, taken off of her feet. Back the other way. Benedict plays it wide, but out of reach for Riley Heeman. This one launched by Matisse. Down it comes into the lap of O'Connor. And that'll be a foul against Oklahoma's Zoe Parkhurst as she knocked Cassie Norgren down. Norgren is a graduate student. She transferred from Campbell University. Won a couple of Big South titles there at Campbell. Oklahoma must be able to run out the rest of the clock here. Still a ways to go, and Missouri State will continue to substitute and just try to find a little bit of confidence. As Rawning is set to throw it in, the Bears substitute one more time. We see Eydís Helgadóttir, native of Iceland, who has scored a goal this year, but she is in now for Missouri State. Up on the front line. Actually, she's in the midfield. They kind of switch things up a little bit. McNulty takes this and speeds through the defense. McNulty past everyone. Out in front, tries to drop it in, and it is poked away by Becker. O'Connor sends it back across. Down to the foot of Commandant. She'll fire with her left foot. It's deflected. And it volleys all the way back out for Maggie O'Keefe. Forward for Riley Heeman. But Clifton wards her off and plays it back to the keeper, Duffy. Oklahoma's back line so confident, had the injury to Kaylee England, but we've seen Zoe Parkhurst back there and Avery Stevens, who got her foot on that one. This loose ball is sent to midfield by Maggie O'Keefe. Now Heeman running toward it. Heeman gets a shot away, and it's deflected over the top by Duffy. That's the best look that Missouri State has had today. It comes off the foot of Riley Heeman, who was on the Missouri Valley Conference All-Freshman team, leading shot taker for the Bears coming into this game. And she gets a pretty good one away. And I'm not sure that Duffy even got a hand on that one. It just went over the top of the crossbar, and that's the case. You see from the wide view. Third official shot for the Bears credited today. Oklahoma leads in that department 24-3. 17 shots on goal for Oklahoma today. Briscoe trying to drop this one over the top. Down it comes to O'Connor, just trying to play one into open space. See if Pack could get there, but instead it's the Bears keeper Ella Becker who will get there first. Missouri State picked to win the Valley. Winners of the Missouri Valley Conference 2 years ago. Looks like Meredith King will take this throw in. And a heavy collision there. Sooner foul will come against Zoe Parkhurst as she ran into Cassie Norgren of Missouri State. Got that knee up a tad too high, and Samantha Martinez whistles the foul. Free kick taken here by Norgren. And a swipe at it by 80's Helga Dotter goes wide for an Oklahoma goal kick with 14 minutes left. It has been all Oklahoma from the get-go today. They scored a goal in the 2nd minute from Sophia Green. And then Ella Pappas scored 3 goals in a row. She scored at the 10-minute mark of the first half. Then the 46th minute, just underway in the second half. And she scored again in the 51st minute. Hadley Morell and Juliet Rayo have added goals in the second half. The Sooners are on their way to 5-1. This will be back-to-back shutouts for Oklahoma and the 3rd of the year. If they can make it hold up. Onside, trying to reach it is Heeman. Sprints wide for it, but the foot race is won by Oklahoma's Meredith King, who just plays it out of bounds. Keller Matisse wins the ball for Oklahoma. Abby McNulty now on the attack, trying to swerve back and forth. It comes to Hansen at midfield. There's Helga Dotter working it wide. And just out of reach for Riley Heeman. As Oklahoma substitutes again. Looks like Commandant will come off. And we'll see Ella Lewis, the freshman from McKinney, Texas, Boyd High School, who got her first goal as a Sooner against Stetson back on Thursday night. She'll see some minutes here in the final 12.
and number 9, Taylor Benedict.
Haley Benedict steps forward to take it for the Bears of Missouri State. Missouri State, you heard Coach Kirk Nelson, just generating some opportunities has been a challenge for them today. And for a good deal of the season, as King bears down and her shot is deflected wide by Becker. Sooners will get a corner kick. So Meredith King shows you the speed that she has on the wing, getting past all the defenders for a look.
Sooner hands at another corner kick. Oklahoma.
And on the far post to take the 10th Sooner corner of the day is McNulty. And just bends it right into the side of the goal. Oklahoma now has outshot Missouri State 25-3 in this game. McNulty has been a big part of it, coming off the bench once again. Credited with 4 shots, 3 of them on goal. Bring that kind of energy and firepower off the bench, and McNulty, who has a track record as a goal scorer at Boston University in 3 years there. Here's Lewis. And Becker just watches that one angle wide with 10 minutes left in this one. Looks like Matt Mott will send Morgan Eichelbarner back on. Matt Mott wanted to see today how his team would respond. Really the first time they have had the Thursday, Sunday turnaround weekend matches. Man, have they responded very well for him today. Lots of energy. That was the question. Would they have energy? And they did. 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. This is Abby Hansen. But King will reach this first for Oklahoma. And just move it out of bounds once again. Meredith King, double transfer. Ole Miss last year and 3 years at Liberty prior to that. And she has been a welcome addition on Oklahoma's backline defense as Meredith King this year. Matt Mott said she has changed us. It's the way he described it. This will be out of bounds off Oklahoma's Avery Stevens. A throw in here for Missouri State. And King heads it right to Morgan Eichelbarner. Look at King just stepping right in front of the attacker to gain possession. Calm defending there by the Sooner freshman Kylie Briscoe. Here comes Rayo. Now Pack working around a defender. Able to stay on ball. Maintain the attack. Pack for Eichelbarner off her foot. And it rolls into the arms of Becker, the keeper. Good ball played for Briscoe as Parkhurst got it forward. Now McNulty reverses course, right foot, and it's poked home by Eichelbarner. Morgan Eichelbarner posting up in the goal box, took that ball from McNulty and put it home. For the second consecutive game, the Oklahoma Sooners have posted 7 goals here at home. Third goal this year for Morgan Eichelbarner. And man, has McNulty been a handful on the wing for Oklahoma today. She'll get the assist. Five goals in the second half, just as they had 5 goals in the first half against Stetson back on Thursday. And what Coach Matt Mott and his staff have wanted, and that's the floodgates to open. They felt like they had the type of talent to be able to score a bunch of goals, but they just needed to see it start happening. And it certainly has. You go back to their match with Oral Roberts, which was right here on the 25th. Then they took 10 days off. But you're talking about 18-1 is what they have outscored their opponents in their last 3 games at home. And for the year here at John Crane Field, they've outscored opponents 20-2. That one is loose and deflected over the top as Matisse got a touch on it and punched out by Becker. So Keller Matisse working her way right in front of the goal box. With 6.5 minutes to play, Sooners will get another corner kick. And that was a well-placed ball by Pack. And now Matisse will jog over and take this corner kick from the far post. Pack gets her head on it, and it lands on top of the goal. There's Pack, who nearly got the assist to Matisse and then nearly got a header to go home. She had a goal against Stetson back on Thursday, did Michelle Pack, her 4th career goal. Gabby Schlapper relocates it for Missouri State. It comes to Brenna Rutherford, who's a junior from St. Peters, Missouri. She's entered the lineup for the Bears. Maggie O'Keefe had it taken by Matisse of Oklahoma. Rayo calmly gathers it and then loses the connection with Bella Lewis there. 2 freshmen for the Sooners. As we approach 4.5 minutes remaining in this one. Jenna Anderson will take this back to Becker, the keeper. Big collision there. Anderson gets sent down, and McNulty whistled for the Sooner foul. She gets a stern look from the referee, Samantha Martinez. Anderson's okay. She will take the free kick for the Bears with 4 minutes left. This is Rutherford from Missouri State. Now back to take it comes Abby Hansen. Heeman serves it all the way across the pitch towards Schlapper. Schlapper tried to make it a foot race with King, but that's a dangerous game to play. And the Sooners come in and defended very well. King came over. Missouri State set to regroup. Bears going to fall to 2-3-2 on the season overall. But it is conference play that's most important. And Missouri State will have a chance to win the league for the second time in 3 years, potentially go to the NCAA tournament as they did 2 years ago. Rayo left foot off the post and in. 8-0 Oklahoma as Juliet Rayo scores again. Her second goal of the year and second of the day, and that ties a program record for the 6th time in Oklahoma history. 8 goals in a match. Well, Juliet Rayo scored her first Sooner goal back in the 63rd minute. She liked it so well, she decided to do it again with under 3 minutes left. Multiple goals scored by both Pappas and Rayo today. Pappas has a hat trick. Rayo has a brace. They have 5 of the 8 Sooner goals. Sophia Green, Hadley Morell, and Morgan Eichelbarner have the other 3. And Oklahoma ties a program record today. This one skims all the way back inside the Oklahoma 18 box. Briscoe able to angle it out for the Sooners. Rutherford gets a touch. Now Maggie O'Keefe working it toward the goal box, and Duffy sprints out to pounce on it. With under 2 minutes left. Oklahoma in this 3-game stretch against Oral Roberts, Stetson, and Missouri State, they've outscored their foes 19-1. And at home this year, their goal advantage is 21-2 over their opponents. And here's a corner kick coming as we approach 1 minute remaining. We will talk to one of the stars of the match during the post game. Hard to pick one today, but we have some definite suggestions. Corner kick number 12 will come from Morgan Eichelbarner. And it will sail over the top of the goal. And that will just about do it for this one. But a convincing and complete win for Oklahoma today. It'll be their 3rd shutout of the year. Back-to-back shutouts for the Sooners here this weekend. And under 10 seconds remaining to a convincing Oklahoma win. And a 5-1 start in 2024. And there it is. Matt Mott's team wins at home again. They remain perfect on the John Crane Field pitch. They are 4-0 at home. And the first time in program history to score 7 goals or more in back-to-back games. They tie the program record with 8 past the keeper today. A hat trick from Ella Pappas. 2 goals, the first 2 in the Sooner career for Juliet Rayo. And we're going to visit with Ella Pappas.